Welcome back to Historic Coin Empire, the place where hidden treasures meet history and where the smallest coins in your pocket can turn into life-changing discoveries. And today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern coin mysteries ever discussed in the numismatic world, the legendary 2008 1-cent coin that some collectors believe could be worth up to $10 million because of extraordinary mint errors, rare production mistakes, and astonishing circumstances that transformed an ordinary Lincoln cent into a potential multimillion-dollar prize. And while most 2008 pennies are only worth their face value, certain error combinations and unique anomalies have fueled stories, private offers, and speculative valuations that continue to captivate coin hunters across the globe. To truly understand how a 2008 1-cent coin could command such an unbelievable price, we first need to look at the background of the Lincoln cent itself. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln and designed by Victor David Brenner, becoming the first U.S. circulating coin to feature a real historical figure rather than a symbolic representation. And over the decades, the Lincoln cent has undergone numerous design modifications, metal composition changes, mint mark variations, and limited releases that have made certain dates and mint errors extraordinarily valuable, particularly when production flaws slip past quality control at the United States Mint. In 2008, the standard Lincoln cent featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, as it had since 1959, with coins struck primarily in copper-plated zinc composition consisting of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, weighing approximately 2.5 grams, and produced at mint facilities including Philadelphia and Denver, each identified by the presence or absence of a mint mark beneath the date, and under normal conditions millions upon millions of these coins were produced without incident, yet within high-speed coin production lines where dies strike blank planchets under immense pressure, mistakes can and do happen, and when multiple rare mistakes combine in a single specimen, the value can skyrocket beyond imagination. One of the most talked-about possibilities behind the rumored $10 million 2008 penny involves a dramatic off-metal error, in which a cent planchet is mistakenly struck on a different metal blank, intended for another denomination, such as a dime, a foreign coin, or even a leftover experimental alloy, creating a coin with incorrect weight, color, and magnetic properties. And if such a coin were authenticated by leading grading authorities and confirmed as a unique transitional error from a limited test batch, collectors could engage in fierce bidding wars, especially if documentation linked it to a rare production anomaly during a year of equipment calibration or metal supplier changes. Another contributing factor that could elevate a 2008 cent to extreme value is a double die obverse or reverse error, where the die itself receives a misaligned hub impression during manufacturing, causing design elements such as lettering, numbers, or Lincoln's profile to appear doubled in a clearly visible and dramatic way. And although minor doubling is relatively common and worth modest premiums, a bold and unmistakable double die, particularly if discovered in pristine uncirculated condition, could attract national attention among collectors who search bank rolls and pocket change for such treasures. Further compounding value is the presence of a brockage error, where a previously struck coin adheres to a die and impresses a mirrored image onto the next blank planchet, creating a ghost-like ink-use design on one side of the coin, a phenomenon that is rare in modern high-speed minting due to improved ejection systems but not impossible, and when a brockage appears alongside off-center striking, clipped planchets, or wrong planchet composition, the uniqueness multiplies exponentially. Collectors also pay enormous premiums for coins struck with rotated dies, especially when the rotation exceeds standard tolerances, and if a 2008 penny were found with a dramatic 180-degree die rotation combined with other structural anomalies such as partial collar strikes or missing clad layers exposing the zinc core beneath the copper plating, it would create a visually striking and technically rare specimen. The concept of a mule error further fuels speculation, which occurs when two dies not intended to be paired are mistakenly used together, such as a die from a special commemorative series paired with a standard circulation obverse. And although mule errors are exceedingly rare, history has shown they can command extraordinary sums when authenticated, as collectors value them for their undeniable proof of mint process breakdown. Condition also plays a pivotal role in valuation because a coin graded mint state 70 by professional services represents a flawless example under magnification, and if a unique error 2008 cent achieved the highest possible grade while being the only known specimen of its kind, Scarcity alone could propel competitive auctions into seven-figure territory, especially if wealthy collectors view the coin not only as a collectible but as a tangible piece of minting history. The psychology of rarity is powerful in numismatics, where collectors chase what cannot be easily obtained, and if reports circulated that only one 2008 penny with a particular triple error combination existed, excitement would spread rapidly across online forums, auction houses, and coin conventions, drawing comparisons to other legendary cent errors such as transitional metal pieces or dramatic die mistakes that have sold for record-setting amounts. Another scenario that could explain a $10 million valuation involves a proof coin accidentally released into circulation, particularly if it were struck in a special satin finish or experimental composition never meant for public distribution. Because proof coins are usually struck with polished dies and planchets for collectors, and their accidental escape into everyday commerce would create a rarity amplified by the mystery of how it left controlled mint packaging. Beyond physical errors, provenance can significantly enhance value, meaning that if a 2008 cent were discovered in a historically significant setting or linked to a documented mint incident, legal settlement, or whistleblower revelation about defective die production, collectors might assign extraordinary premiums due to the story attached to the piece. Market forces also matter, as high-net-worth individuals sometimes compete aggressively for trophy coins, pushing prices far beyond traditional valuation guides, especially when media coverage sparks mainstream fascination with the idea that a simple penny could be worth millions. It is also important to understand that modern coin production uses enormous presses capable of striking hundreds of coins per minute, and even with sophisticated quality control systems including automated visual inspection and weight verification, anomalies occasionally slip through, particularly during die changes, maintenance cycles, or planchet feed disruptions, and when such anomalies produce dramatic visual errors rather than subtle microscopic ones, they become prime candidates for record-breaking valuations. Consider the possibility of a 2008 cent struck on a silver dime planchet, resulting in a smaller diameter coin with Lincoln's image partially cut off and the incorrect metal composition, or imagine a copper planchet leftover from pre-1982 stock accidentally mixed into a 2008 batch, creating a heavier and more copper-rich specimen that tests differently under metallurgical analysis. Such transitional metal errors historically capture intense interest because they reflect shifts in production materials and economic pressures. While the standard 2008 cent does not carry inherent rarity by mintage numbers alone, the presence of unique combinations such as broad strikes without a collar, dramatic 50% off-center impressions that still show a full readable date, or multiple strike errors where the coin was struck twice at different angles could each elevate value, and when several of these occur simultaneously on a single coin, the result is effectively a one-of-a-kind artifact. Authentication plays a critical role in substantiating multimillion-dollar claims, as third-party grading services perform microscopic inspection, metallurgical testing, and die analysis to verify authenticity and rule out post-mint alterations, and only when experts confirm that an error occurred during the official minting process does the numismatic community accept its legitimacy. There is also the phenomenon of die cracks and cuds, where portions of a die break away and create raised blobs or missing design elements on the coin surface, and while small die cracks are common, a massive retained cud that obscures major design features while preserving the rest of the strike in high grade could create a visually dramatic collectible. The year 2008 is particularly interesting because it precedes the 2009 bicentennial redesign of the Lincoln cent reverse, marking the final full year of the Lincoln Memorial design before the introduction of commemorative reverse motifs celebrating Lincoln's life stages, and transitional years often attract heightened attention from collectors seeking end-of-era anomalies. If a 2008 cent were discovered bearing an experimental reverse intended for 2009 but paired with the 2008 obverse date, due to accidental die mixing during testing, that mule error could redefine modern coin collecting valuations. Rumors and speculative reports of private sales sometimes inflate perceived values, yet in the rare coin market it only takes two determined bidders to estab